Very good. Thank you. See Adam when they announced the wedding? Like the cat who ate the canary, rubbing my nose in it.
2 cliches in a row.
Your investment's at stake as well, can you imagine? A permanent stalemate.
What about the new issue of shares?
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if Adam went quietly looking for his own sources. Well, that'd be the ultimate turnaround. He and Jill own half the shares together. He buys the new issue. He is the boss.
Oh, can't see you letting that happen.
Oh, luckily, I'm protected by the rules of the company. We can each buy into the new issue in proportion to our holdings. So we'd be back to square one. Only I'd have shares I neither want nor need. That'd please him, since getting fresh capital was my idea.
Well, let's hope you get your outside buyer before he does.
It's only the beginning. Adam will try to charm him. We can't be sure of alliances.
Did I hear an edge to that?
I had thought I could count on your vote.
Oh, come on, David. Not sacking Adam. Jill will fight you all the way, and I don't want you to provoke her. She's with Adam now, both on and off the board.
And we know why.
Do we? Do you?
Jill is about to make the sort of mistake you can only make a few times in a lifetime. Thank God. Do you really want to let her?
Let her? She's a grown woman.
Well, then let her act like one. I've known her since she was hardly more than a girl. She's headstrong, sometimes immature for her age. Barbara, if we get him out now, while we still control those shares, he is out for good, and the motel will lose its appeal as an investment for him. He won't stay still. He's got an active mind, I'll say that for him. But the motel is just a base. If we block him now, Jill is rid of him, and he is deprived of that base. He cannot play fast and loose with the investment from the outside.
Darling, she doesn't want to be rid of him.
All right. On your head be it.
Hello? Speaking? Oh, no. She's all right, though. Oh, well, do give her our love and just say that I'll be in tomorrow. Oh, well, I'll ring the hospital, yes. Well, thank you. Thank you. Bye. Well, that was Alan, one of Carole's brothers. She got into a fight on that march. Well, they think it was a fight. No one saw much.
Is she badly hurt?
She's in hospital. She's conscious, but she's suffering with a concussion.
You know, when I move in, we should convert it to a natural fire.
Oh, I see. And what's my wedding present to you, then? Slippers and a pipe?
Well, slippers would be nice.
And what about a nice woolly sheepdog,
No. Merrifield's a suburbia. A sheepdog would not be appropriate.
And the slippers?
I might take up a pipe.
Huh?
No, of course not.
Now, what I don't understand about you is if you're so domesticated, why didn't you get married before?
I never surrendered, as you might say, to comfort. I preferred life to have a bit of an edge, uncertainty.
And surprise. Won't you miss that, too?
I imagine you've still got a few of those left.
What, me? After 3 years?
Well, I never surrendered before.
Now, on the one hand, that sounds very flattering, and on the other, as if you've given up.
I'm not the giving up type.
Good, because I don't think you'll be allowed to.
Oh?
Had a word with Barbara. She seems to think that I'm being a bit over-optimistic, thinking that we'll be able to work together.
Well, you have my permission to remain optimistic. And I will take care of David.
I do believe you sound as if you're looking forward to it.
I am looking forward to everything about being together.
I've waited long enough. I'm going to ring the police.
Oh, thank God, there she is
Yes,
now.
all right, I'll go. You two stay here.
Oh, Kevin, I saw what happened. Are you all right?
In a minute, stop worrying about Kevin. He's all right.
Yeah, I'm nearly as good as new.
Are you hurt, Glenn?
No, I just feel a bit sick, that's all.
Kath, get her a drop of that brandy.
No, I don't want it, Dad.
It's the best possible thing for you.
Kevin, your poor face. How bad is it? The last thing I saw, somebody hitting you over the head with a bottle. After that, I just couldn't get anywhere near you. I was so confused. I was so worried about you, Kevin.
Oh, come on now. Stop worrying about Kevin. He's got a few scratches and bruises. I've seen worse on the football field. Come on, drink this.
What happened to you?
Well, I lost my handbag somehow, and I didn't have any money to get a bus, and I couldn't find a taxi.
Well, you walked?
Well, I ran most of it. I was so worried about Kevin.
Oh, come on. It's all over now, love. It's all over.
Come on, love. I'll take you up to bed.
No, I'll do it. I'll take her up. You put a kettle on for a hot water bottle and run a bath.
Glenn, you will be all right now?
Yes, she will.
Then I'd better get over to the hospital.
What? But I thought you said
No,
you
not
were...
me. It's Carole. She was she's been taken to hospital. I don't know how bad she is.
Oh, poor Carole. I hope it's not serious. Well, yes, of course, you must go.
You could phone the hospital. It'd be quicker. I would have
Carole
thought
feel
that
better if
Glenda...
she actually sees someone rather than just getting a message.
Well, then let her
No,
family.
Kevin, you must go. I'm fine now. You give her my love and say I hope she's better soon, eh?
Right, I better get over there. I'll be as quick as I can.
Are you all right?
Fine.
You're very late.
Yeah. Reports. See it on the telly, did you?
Yes, it looked dreadful.
It was.
And what is under that plaster?
I just got a nick.
What with?
Oh, I don't know what with. It's nothing really. Hardly broke the skin.
Yes, well, you would have to say that, wouldn't you?
Show the punch-ups, did they?
You cannot tell me that they were the unemployed. More like renter crowd brought in by the busload, I'd say.
Well, they were there. With their banners and their chanting, but they stayed in line. Wasn't them. Not the hard stuff.
Then who was it?
Local hoodlums using it.
What for?
Revenge. They wanted to do a certain copper, and they did. They had his card marked, all right. Des Nittles. 2 ribs, collarbone, and his head kicked in. Not bad for an afternoon shift, is it?
Oh, my dear.
Lovely old world. But there was this kid. I wanted to get to Des and help, and she was in the way, so I just shoved her. I mean, that's all it was, just a shove. I couldn't tell you how hard. They've been asking me down the station all evening. I mean, how do I know how hard? I just wanted to get her out of the way to get to a mate who was in trouble.
What happened?
She fell off the curb and went sprawling in the street. Ambulance job.
Oh, no. Is she badly hurt?
I don't know. Haven't heard. She was still down at X-ray when I called round.
They're not blaming you, are they?
These things are gone into, Mum. They won't leave anything unturned. Look, I've told them how it was. All depends on the girl now. Her version. Let's hope she doesn't go in for any fancy embroidery.
What is she like?
Just a kid, hardly out of school. Sands, her name is. Carole Sands.
Told the sister I was one of your brothers. It was easy. There's that many of them, another one more or less.
I was stupid, wasn't I?
Yeah. Not a bad punch for somebody your size.
Thanks, I think. What time is it?
Oh, it must be after 8. I've been waiting here a while.
8? At night?
What's wrong?
They gave me pills. Lots of pills. Is it night?
Yeah.
Did you see my dad or any of the others?
No. Why?
Because.
Didn't want me to?
They'd have asked me about you. They're ever so protective.
We've done nothing to be ashamed of. Well, I'll talk about it when you get out of here.
No.
Not now. Need rest.
We shouldn't see each other again. Say something.
Not now. When I saw you lying there, bleeding, I thought, what if... See, I can't tell anybody about it but you. What I felt. scared of us.
I'm all right now. And you'll be all right, Kevin. With Glenda. Honest. I know you will.
Would you like us to leave us for a moment? Thank you very much. Miss Luke, Iris, could you stay for a second? Mrs. Brownlow tells me there are problems getting the temporary staff we expected, and I wonder if either of you know of anyone in the village with time on their hands, someone who'd like to help.
How about your mother?
Well, yeah, she's got the time on her hands right enough.
Yeah, get us out of herself.
Right. Thank you. Well, I'll work in the sitting room, I think. If you'd like to finish off in here, give me a knock when you have finished.
Right. So, you're not minding it much then?
Hey?
Being back here?
Oh, it's only my first day, innit?
Well, what I meant was, you seem keen.
Me? Keen?
Oh, nothing wrong in that. A different attitude. All to the good, if you don't mind me saying so. You'll be surprised how time passes. There is chance of regular work here, if you want it.
I don't know.
Well, there's not that much work around that you can sniff your nose at it.
I'm not. I just ain't thought about it, that's all.
Well, what had you thought of?
Well, there's nothing keeping me here, really. Not now Ron's gone.
Well, there's your mother.
Yeah.
Must be nice for you both.
Well, it ain't bad. Not like she's a real mother, though, is it?
But she is your real mother.
Oh, when it suits her.
Can't be easy for her picking up the thread, so to speak, in a place where she doesn't know anyone.
Well, she needs a lot of people. Lively she is. Reminds me of me, really. If she was younger, of course. Still, sometimes it's like she can break your heart.
Who is it?
The insurance files. First priorities, you seem to be working here today.
Oh, yes, I am. I thought Davey was going to send it over in a taxi.
Yes, so Jill said.
Would you like a cup of coffee?
No, thank you.
Sit down.
Fine, thanks. I thought that David had seen to the insurance.
No, I have to do some more research. He wants absolute accuracy on this before making final arrangements on the policy.
Oh, thank goodness for David, that's what I said.
Do you, Ed?
I'm glad that he is associated with something in which we hold 50%, Jill and I.
Isn't it a bit, how would you call it, previous?
I think we can assume that the 5% transfer of shares will go through. David's lawyers can't stall forever.
I was really thinking of the we.
In June, Jill and I will be married. And one thing she wants very much is to work with you and David. Though she did say that you seem to think that that would be unlikely.
Well, when the motel is open, I will be less involved, yes.
So we fight it out amongst ourselves, is that what you're saying? Do we assume that you will vote with David?
The one thing I'd like you to assume is that I hope that the vote doesn't come up too often and that the motel goes on running without bloodshed, as it always has.
Oh, sorry, nurse. Is it all right to see Miss Sands?
Oh, yes, of course.
Thank you. How are you feeling?
All right. You a doctor?
No.
I don't know you, do I?
No.
What are you doing here, then?
You might say I was involved.
Oh, you're on the march.
Officially, I'm a policeman.
I've already spoken to you lot.
the policeman.
You're the one that hit me.
Not hit, love. Pushed.
Oh, that's what it's become, is it?
That's what it was.
Funny. I've had a lot of pushes in my time. It's the first time I've ended up like this.
Look, you were in the way, so I just threw you out.
Oh, through. Now we're getting somewhere.
I'm sorry it happened.
Yeah. So am I.
Does it hurt much?
No. These tubes are just for show. You know how we are. We like to make a fuss. Look, go, will you? Just go. Your concern doesn't interest me.
There are just a couple of things I'd like you to know.
Yeah, we'll try someone else.
About how it started.
We all know how it started. We were storming the Bastille, weren't we?
Look, there was an element in that crowd.
Look, I was there, remember? I saw it with my own eyes. I don't need your version. I've got me own.
That's foolproof, is it?
Yeah.
There was a lad on the floor getting his head kicked in.
That's why we were all there, didn't you know? I mean, I was queuing up for my turn when you pushed me. You make me sick, the lot of you.
Listen, love.
I don't know why you had to interfere. We'd have gone our own way, no trouble. But you have to stick your oar in, don't you?
We were only there to
draft you in from all over and then send the bill to the taxpayers. All beavering away at being officious. And there's real criminals out there getting away with murder.
Oh, come on, don't drag
Literally
that
murder.
What you read in the papers, love,
Listen,
isn't it?
I'm not giving you a load of eyewash. I'm talking about something I know. Personally. There's this bloke, Eddie Lee. He's stuck inside serving a sentence for something he didn't do. And the real murderer's walking around as free as air. That's too much of a challenge, isn't it? I mean, it's just more fun pushing girls around.
Just down the corridor from you, there's a kid called P.C. Nichols. He's not much older than you, and he's got a hole in his head you can put your fist into. He was set up for that in the middle of your demo. Not by your lot. Nothing to do with you. Local villains. They got it in for him. And they can certainly pick the time and place. Might mention that to your dad before he starts campaigning. Nothing to do with the march, just local villains getting revenge. You got that? Now, what's all this about Eddie Lee? You're going to have to tell me, love. You're going to have to back something like that up.
Go and find yourself some kid to push around.